Hey everyone, Gobotch here, back today with a brand new episode for college football revamped here in our Razorback Dynasty as we are at the end of season 1 here with Sam Pittman's Razorbacks, the national champs, ladies and gentlemen. As we took down USC last episode, we're now the best in the land as we can show you all the closed out top 25 as the regular season is done and the bowl season said and done. It's Arkansas, Florida, USC, Oklahoma, Bama, Clemson, Iowa State, South Carolina, Cincinnati, and Cal are your top 10. Following that, you have Indiana, Penn State, you have Stanford, Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Michigan, Oregon, Wyoming, Miami, Boston College, Memphis, Nevada, Auburn, and Ball State. That wraps out the top 25 as we are said and done with our first year. So as I told you all in today's off-season video, I'm going to show you all the season stats for our Razorbacks and overall throughout the NCAA. We'll talk about players that will be hopefully returning, hopefully not going to the draft out of the junior class. So let's get to the season stats first and foremost. Let's get into it. So quarterbacking, of course, KJ led us for the majority of the season. Franks was injured, didn't get his starting spot back throughout the entirety of the year. He did come in, of course, in the national championship after KJ went down with a brief injury, and he led us to victory, of course. So KJ, a 126.1 QB rating, 2,300 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, but the bad number here, 21 interceptions on a 57% completion percentage. Something we need to work on for sure. Franks and his limited time wasn't very good either. We really did struggle with our accuracy passing the football today, but the season was all about the running game. Smith, the sophomore out of Houston, 1,600 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns. KJ as a QB, very much a scrambling QB, of course, 1,300 yards rushing, 24 touchdowns. That is a program record. Rakeem Boyd in his senior year, limited touches, but 554 yards, 12 touchdowns, most of those coming out of a goal line situation. Franks chipped in with 4 rushing touchdowns as well. Receiving wise, Trey Knox actually had the most receptions and yards receiving this season with 777 on 47 catches. Burks was second in that category with 677 yards, just 100 yards behind, 4 touchdown catches as well. We're going to be definitely finding a way to get Burks more and more involved next season. Mike Woods, he had, limited touches, 466 yards, but he had 8 touchdowns. A lot of those were coming in goal line type situations. And then Smith and Henry each had 1 reception for a touchdown, respectively, as did Blake Kern. So, we weren't a very pass-focused team. We're going to try to open up that element of our game next season. Our top tackler, senior Grant Morgan, who, of course, is coming back in real life for another year, but in the video game, we can't make that happen, so he's going off, hopefully, to the draft. Jalen Catalon, the redshirt freshman out of Mansfield, Texas, killed his year here as he had 74 tackles. Tremendous job. Then he had Brooks, Poole, Fouché, McClellan, and Monterey Brown. The top sack man for us and in the country was Isaiah Nichols, the sophomore out of Springdale, Arkansas. Great job seeing that. You had Eric Gregory right there with 9, Jonathan Marshall with 8, and Dorian Gerald with 7 sacks on the season. Our top pick man was Joe Fouché. We had 5 interceptions. We had a couple in there from Catalon, Brown, McClellan, Brooks Jr. as well. And our top deflection guy was Monterey Brown. He had 7, followed by McClellan, who very easily could have had a couple extra picks, as we remember him dropping a few at points this year. Kicking wise, Reed did a pretty good job in his senior year, 16 for 20, 80%. Looking at the return man, our senior Davion Warren, gonna miss this guy extremely. He had 1,500 yards on the return game. That's tops in the country, made him an All-American. Proud of the season he had. Let's get in talking about now who was the best in the country in terms of these stats. And we know we're not going to be in the passing category, as Kyle Trask led the league out there in rating, which it should have probably been Lawrence out there. But Lawrence had the most yards, 4,100 yards rushing, or passing, followed by Jack Abraham, Carson Strong, and company. 45 touchdowns. That led the country out there, and he had only 5 interceptions. That is absolutely incredible. We led the league in the most picks. That sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. We can deal with it. Let's look at the rushing categories here. The top rusher was Remsburg. He was one of the Heisman candidates, followed by Najee Harris, Ibrahim, and then Traylon Smith was fourth in the category out here for yards rushing. Touchdown leader was KJ Jefferson, followed by Remsburg, Valladay. The Heisman winner, Verdell, who I don't know how he won the Heisman, because I don't see the stats stacking up the way, but, you know, the video game, sometimes the Heisman stuff isn't perfect. I'll just say that. Sometimes the Heisman stuff could be a little bit better. We'll just say that, right? So, yeah, it is what it is with that. Let's look at the receiving numbers here. Top receiver out here for the league was Brownlee out of, is that South, what is this? What school are you at, man? Can't even see. Pretty sure that's Southern Miss. Southern Miss, I'm pretty sure. He had 1,400 yards, almost 1,500 yards receiving. Devontae Brown was the touchdown man in the league. The senior going off to the draft. Good for him. He had a great year. Top defensive tackler was Jackson out of Georgia Tech, 121 tackles. The top sack man in the league, of course, like I said, is Isaiah Nichols for our Razorbacks, followed by Robinson and Robinson. Top pick man in the league, you had Horn, McLeod, Phillips, and Smith, all with 7 interceptions this season. Great job for them. The top deflection man, you had a couple guys out here with 20 and above. Good lord, that's incredible. 6 forced fumbles from Henderson. What on earth? Anybody have multi? Yeah, wow, this guy, Chris Wilcox, cornerback, had 3 defensive touchdowns on the season. Absolutely incredible job there from them. So now let's talk about returning starters. Okay, we're talking about returning starters. Offensively, we're bringing back KJ Jefferson, the All-American Heisman runner-up. We'll be bringing back Traylon Smith, so that we're not missing too many pieces there at all. Burks is going to be coming back. Hopefully, we're bringing back Mike Woods. Hopefully, he doesn't go to the draft on us. And Knox. Warren will be going off to the draft, hopefully, and we're bringing back... well, that's it. We're losing a lot of receivers, aren't we? Losing a lot of receivers here. We did redshirt a few people, but we are missing these bottom 3 guys here. They're heading off, so hopefully we can recover out of the receiving game in the recruiting. So we're retaining a few people there. Hudson Henry is coming back. Hearn is gone, and Blaine Toll will be back as well. And these are people that are not redshirted. These are people that are on the roster right now. Cunningham's gone off to the draft. Latham is back as a freshman. He'll be coming back next season. Stromberg will be back as well as our center. Limmer will be back as well as a freshman redshirted player. So a lot of our offensive line is retaining, as is Gatlin right there as well. Left end, Eric Gregory. He's coming back, obviously, an All-American in his freshman redshirt year right there. I'm very happy to see that from him. Dorian Gerald had an incredible season at times, but don't know if he'll go off to the draft or not. Hopefully we can retain him at the right end. Jonathan Marshall, he's going off to the draft, had an incredible season, as did the sophomore Isaiah Nichols, who will be back for us next season. So we can expect to see, most likely, Carter or maybe another face out there at defensive tackle to help out. Backers, Zach Zemos, he really didn't have a lot of playing time for us, as Grant Morgan, you know, he's going off to the draft. Good for him, had an incredible career with the Razorbacks. Happy to see that out of him. Bumper Pool, junior year, I do think he's going to go to the draft. I want to see if we can get him to come back. If so, that would be a huge piece to retain in our linebacker core. We really need to see if we can get him to return, because we're a little bit weak at the linebacker position. Senior McClellan going off to the draft, most likely. Monterey Brown, I don't see leaving, so we should be retaining him. And freshman redshirted Hudson Clark. Excited to have those guys back out there at corner. We need to develop our cornerbacks a little bit more, though. Fouché, he's a junior. He should be coming back next year, as should be Blair. And Hudson Clark will help out there. And, of course, Jalen Catalon, he's going to get back. He's already 90 overall. And Greg Brooks Jr. I mean, our safety game is top-notch in the country right now. I'm really, really pleased with that. Overall, looking at the roster as a whole, Franks is gone. Sorry, John Stephen Jones, you're probably never going to play for me. We are going to try to give some snaps to Malik Hornsby next year. I want to see if he can, in some of the games we're going to be playing, maybe step in, and we'll see what he can do. He's a scrambling quarterback. He does have a slightly better arm, just slightly, over KJ. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Maybe may get a few snaps this next season. We'll see. Looking at the receivers, so again, we know we're missing Warren, Morris, and Catalan are going to be gone. or not Catalan, Hammonds will be gone. We are bringing Kendall Catalan into the fold there. He's going to be getting a lot more snaps next season, as will the freshman. We redshirted him this year, Darren Turner. He'll be getting a lot more opportunities, as will hopefully Jackson will have to step in there and make some big plays for us too. Tight ends, the only one we redshirted was Marcus Henderson. Let's talk about defense on defensive end here. The freshman right here, you had Miller. He's gonna get some chances, as will Carter. We're really weak at linebacker right now at all. I mean, there's just a huge drop off at linebacker. So we're gonna see. Let's get into all this. Let's advance forward. There's nothing else we can do here. Let's go into the end of season. Let's get into the off season, y'all. So we're in a battle with a couple guys here. We got locked out on Chris James. Okay. Yeah, we're getting all sorts of bonuses, baby. Better believe it. You better believe it. You're safe. You're not losing your job out there. Coaching carousel. Let's see if anybody's... Wow. So Texas is hiring a new head coach, as is Auburn. So Gus is gone. His contract's expired. In real life, he's gone off to UCF with the Knights over there. Unexpected jobs. Field positions. Now hiring. Okay, so very intriguing. Skip. I want to see... Sim to the end. I want to see what happens with all these different coaches. This is something I wish they did in Madden. Bring back the coaching carousel. And also let me know if y'all would like to see me develop a coach mode, if you will, and take a brand new coach. We'll call him Coach Gobotch for it right now. And maybe start at a 1A school or 1-star school and try to work our way up through a progression. If you'd like to see a coach series, let me know in the comment section down below. So Texas has hired... They decided to keep Tom Herman. Okay, so they evaluated him. They decided to keep him. Interesting. Auburn decided to keep Gus Malzahn. Okay. Stanford decided to keep. So nobody's... Wow, okay, whatever. It's kind of boring. Nobody really left. So players leaving. This is always a tough spot here because I don't want anybody transferring out. I really don't want anybody going off the draft that doesn't need to. So coach changes. We better not be having anybody leaving. So anybody get fired? I want to look at head coaching jobs here. A couple people got fired. A lot of people got fired. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about the coaching changes right now. Let's look at players leaving. And Bumper Pool is wanting to go to the draft. He's declaring he is projected to be a 4th-round pick. Nick Turner, he's a freshman. He, because of playing time, is going to transfer over to Texas State so he can play. As is Zach Williams, a sophomore, 80 overall, right end. Dadgummit, he put himself in the portal. He's going to Vandy, staying within the conference. Franks, of course, is going to the draft. He's projected to be a 6th-round pick. And then all these other guys are just going to go to the graduation. So we didn't have a lot of people from underclassmen try to leave. We had 2 here that I'm really not liking, and I don't like Bumper Pool wanting to leave. I really would like to keep him if we can. So let's try here. Let's guarantee Bumper Pool. Persuasion chance is very, very high. Trying to see. He's right now projected as a 4th-round pick. I think we can get him up to a 2nd-round pick. And this is tricky because I'm just gonna be a little bit more safe right here. I'm just gonna promise him he won't regret staying to get his college degree. We'll see if that works. Thank God. Okay, so we got Bumper Pool to retain. He's staying. Okay, he's staying. That's huge. Okay, let's see if we can get Nick Turner to retain. Nick Turner. Now, I want to look at this real quick. So he's a strong safety. Who's he backing up right now? How do I look at this? Let's see here. Can I not look at my stuff? Oh boy. I can't look at my things. Great. So I don't know who all he's backing up right now. I mean, I know he's backing up Catalan. And, I mean, he's got an opportunity to get a few snaps out there. So let's see here. We'll play in 3 games. See, I can't guarantee you that. And the persuasion chance for that is very low. So I'm probably not even going to mess with that. Right end, you may have a chance of playing a little bit. Out of Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm going to say you're going to play in 3 games. Let's see. Okay, so he's got to think things through a little bit more. That's fine. Turner, I'm going to say you'll play in 3 games. Okay, he can go either way. Franks, obviously you can't mess with that, so we're going to see. I mean, we made a few promises there. Let's just move on. Because you look at how old this game is. No, I'm not exporting. All right, so I'm pretty sure those guys left. Let's look at the draft results. Let's see where some of these guys went. So KJ, or sorry, not KJ, Felipe went to the draft. He got drafted in the 6th round. Good for him. Very happy to see that. I'm very happy to see that he got drafted in the 6th round. For Alabama, yeah, he's a first round pick. Good Lord, some of these guys. Transfer requests. Does anybody want to come to the old U of A? We got a, yeah. Look at that. We got a sophomore right in, Handy, wanting to come into from Auburn. I'll admit you. You best believe. We'll take you on. We lost a guy. Now we gain a guy. So that's huge. Admit them. Let's get to the recruiting. And see if we can pull in some surprise guys. So we're in a battle with a few people we are aware. We are aware. So we convinced some guy to stay. We have a 6th round draft pick as well. So let's get to the recruiting here. We have 17 scholarships remaining. So let's see who we already still have on the board here. So we know we're probably going to get Tony Wallace. He's a 4-star scrambling quarterback out of Long Beach, Mississippi, the number 2 quarterback in the class. Hopefully going to get him. Chris James, he locked us out. He's a 4-star guy. But we are currently leading. And let's go ahead and lock this guy up just to make sure. I don't want to do that much. I just want to go about 500. Okay. Johnson, I'm trying to pull away with you. I need to get this 5-star, number 3 overall halfback in the class. You best believe we're going to put 1,000 points on you because I want this guy. I want him so badly. I mean, he could be a guy that could step in immediately and start, potentially, right? Well, what are we leading right here on him? 290? Ooh, we'll put 500 on you. We need extra depth at receiver. So we'll try to take that. This guy's not terrible. We'll put 300 on you. We already got that guy. We already got our tight end and Goodwin. Don't really need another tackle right now. We are leading in one guy here. The best overall. We'll offer him a scholarship just to make that something. At guard, we are leading a couple of these gentlemen here. He's a 3-star out of Conway. Defensive tackle, we already locked him in. We're not leading on this gentleman. We need him though. We need a little extra help. So let's go 200, or we'll match that 345. Make it 360. Why not? We're leading on him. We've already offered a scholarship. We're not leading on Pierce still. Man, we're behind. How's South Carolina so far ahead of us still? Okay, I'm putting 1,200 on you just because I want to see if we can get. And again, we can tweak some of these numbers if need be. We're not leading on Hobbs either. God bless. Come on, guys. We're gonna try to get some of this stuff done here, and we're gonna try to add some pieces as well because this is not it. We're gonna add some folks. We have a ton of points we can use. And we have a signing day bonus thing we got with our coaching perks. We're just trying to make sure we get all these athletes because you never know. Okay, we need to put 1,000 on Minor here. He's huge. Actually, got to put 1,200 on you. Okay, so that's pretty big time there. Now we have currently 35 on the roster here. I'm gonna mess around with some of this stuff. Try to add some guys. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. So we've messed around with a little bit of the recruiting. Currently, we have the 54th class right now, with 3 4-stars and 4 3-stars. 7 total recruits have committed already to us. Now, we unfortunately, we're not going to get a ton of big pieces. Now, right now, Tony Wallace is a huge get if we can pull him in. Brett Johnson, we are fully locking in on him for 2,000. We're trying to make sure we nab him. We're currently leading Bama over him. He is a guy that we got to get it. We got to get this man. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're going to lock him in. You know what? I'm actually going to take a few points off this guy and add them on to him. And same with him. I offered him a little bit of a deal just because he's small. We're going to just drop that down. Add more bonus points there. Let's just do it, okay? We want to make sure we get him. Now, at receiver, we need a rebound to get a few more pieces at receiver. Sean Wright, we're leading. We added points for him. Terry Slaughter is a guy that I think potentially we can nab, and then Steve Holmes as well. We've already got Dunbar, but I'd like to get at least one more out of that class. Chris Goodwin, he's gonna be a difference maker for us. Not much going on the offensive line for us this year, which is fine. We can develop that out next year. We got a lot of youth out at our O-line situation currently. Defensive end, I did add a few pieces here, trying to get some of these guys at defensive tackle as well, because that's an area that we are going to be losing a lot of folks. Offensive outside linebacker, we're leading both of these guys here, and I'm not going to add any points to them, but because I think we'll get Justin Berry just because we're ahead. Don't know if we'll get Lawson, but if we don't, he's a 2-star. It's not a huge loss. Joel Pierce is a guy I'm trying to throw a lot of points. I threw 2,000 at him right now. We're down by 970. I may make that even more. I may, honestly, with this. I'm probably going to add some more points to him just to... I got to make sure I get him. Another guy is Hobbs here. He's 74 overall. We're second on him. So there's still some pieces out there that I want to make sure we get. Some of these guys we're behind on. Some of these guys we got good leads on. Like a guy like this, I'm actually going to take a few points off since we have a decent lead with him. Because I want to make sure we get what we want there, which we need. We need linebackers, so we got to make sure we do that. So I'm pretty happy with our recruiting class if we can get some of these guys. So let's advance to signing day and see if we did enough to bring some of these guys to Fayetteville and be a part of hopefully the program continuing to move forward and being an elite team. Let's just hope this year was not a fluke, right? We had a lot of things go our way. Did we do enough to bring these guys in? So I'm not even gonna look at that. I'm not even gonna look at it. I want to look signing day. What did we bring into Fayetteville? Let's take a look-see, shall we? So we have gotten a 4-star number 2 QB of the class, scrambler. Tony Wallace is coming to Fayetteville. That's huge. Running back, we got the 5-star. We got the biggest chip on the board for us, Brent Johnson, the balanced number 3 halfback in the class, is coming into Fayetteville. We didn't Chris James. That's fine. We also got this guy right there. We didn't have to work very hard for him. But Brent Johnson, that's a huge get, y'all. He may be day 1 starter. I mean, I love Smith, but if this guy can be the future for our running backs, this could be huge. Receivers, we didn't get any of these guys yet. He potentially could come in. These guys still haven't signed anywhere. We didn't get Wright. We didn't get Cohen. We didn't get Slaughter. We only got Dunbar out of that class. Kind of sucks. Chris Goodwin, going to be hopefully a day 1 starter. We'll see, potentially. We got Gatewood. We got Jordan. We got Dean. Okay. We've got Lewis and Christensen here. We got Lawson. All right, middle linebacker. Dang it, he went to stupid South Carolina. I thought we tried so hard to get him. We jumped Temple, but we couldn't get past South Cal. We got McGrew. We didn't get Hobbs. Wake Forest, Neiman Deacons got him. Let's see about these athletes here. We didn't get Jones, as Georgia Southern somehow got him. That's huge for them. We got Minor, though. We got Schroeder. We got Rice, and we got Robinson. So we got some decent guys there. We still got some decent guys there. But overall, let's see what that puts us in the recruiting class. Right now, we're 16th ranked recruiting class in the country with 19 total recruits that just came in. 1 5-star, which is huge. Just getting a 5-star in general is huge right now. 5 4-stars, 10 3-stars, 3 2-stars, and no 1-stars. Who's the top team? Notre Dame, of course. Where's Bama? Bama's 6th. Okay. So we did a good job, though. I feel like for 1 year, you know, really trying to build the recruiting up a little bit, I think we did about as well as we could have, right? So I'm pretty pleased with that overall. Let's go to position changes and see. Man, well, I'm really happy about some of these things, man, because now we can find a way to filter out and figure out where we want to put some of those athletes that we got. So KJ, 80 overall. There's Tony Wallace, he's 82. Tony Wallace is 80 overall as a freshman, guys. And then you got Hornsby back there, who I always want to give snaps to as well. God bless. So look at the speed of Wallace, 88, out the gate. He's so quick. What's his arm like then? If his arm's probably trash. He's not going to play. His arm's better than every quarterback we have right now. Wow. Okay, where's his awareness? His awareness has got to be garbage. 66. Yeah, his awareness rating's not near as good as anybody else. Dude, Tony Wallace may be the guy. I mean, KJ deserves to be the guy because he's brought us to this point, but Wallace, we're going to have to give a long look at, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments section. How much playing time do you think we should give to Tony Wallace? Based off what we're seeing, the potential here. He may be a dynamic threat with that speed, guys. Holy smokes. He's not very strong compared to KJ, but he's got 88 speed, less agility, less acceleration compared to the other quarterback. The other quarterbacks, you see, they're all 88. They're all the same. So he doesn't have that. He has the initial speed burst, but he doesn't have that agility or acceleration compared to them. He does have better break tackle. He has better elusiveness. So he's just a speed demon. And he has a better arm. He has a better arm. He has better throw accuracy and throw power. So, intriguing. Keep that in mind. All right, looking at running back here, we have our 85 overall running back. Traylon Smith, probably going to start this year again, I would have to say. I mean, looking at Brent Johnson, 73 overall, 5-star commit. Gotta think that's a little bit of a bust. Am I not wrong in that thinking right now? I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like, I mean, his speed is outstanding. 93 speed is dynamic as it'll get. But I thought he'd be better. I honestly thought he'd be a little bit better. Kind of let down by that 73 overall. But, you know, we're going to see. So, yeah, he was a -4. He was a -4 compared to Wallace, who was a +1. So that's kind of a bust, y'all. We're going to keep him out there. He may not be starting this year. He may be a guy that comes in and plays more next year. He may be the two-back behind Smith. So that's kind of where I'm thinking right now. Looking at receiver, Burks, Knox, Woods, Catalan, Jackson, Turner, and Dunbar. He's a -2 4-star. Dadgummit. Don't like to see it, but it's okay. Not moving any of your positions. I think all of these guys are fine. All right, tight ends. We got Henry still. There's the freshman, Marcus. Or no, where is he? Goodwin. He's a +1. I think Goodwin's going to start day one for us, guys. He's got 84 speed. He's got, where's his catching? His catching's 85. 85. Holy smokes, this guy. I'm assuming his blocking's probably not the best thing. He's probably not the best blocker. Yeah. Well, that's not terrible. I mean, Goodwin, man. He's going to be a difference maker for us there. So alignment, we're okay here. All right, let's go down to those athletes. Where are they? Let's figure out where we want to put them. Actually, I want to see some of these other guys we got too. We got where is he? Cornerbacks. McGrew, he's a -5 bust. He's a bust. That sucks. And then the other freshman we got was right here. He's a bust, -5. That's why it's important to do the scouting, I suppose. Right now, let's see if any of these guys are bust. I hope not. This guy's a 78 overall. Oh, we got a gem. We got a 3-star gem. He's a +8. 75 overall. He's a +1 and a +2. None of these guys are bust for us. That's huge. He's a junior. Is he the transfer we got? Yeah, he was the transfer we got, the JUCO. So let's look at him. He's 70. Let's see what he's going to fill in well at here. Definitely not going to be a guy that's going to be on offense, I don't think. His catching and all that is garbage. 6'5", 303. Good lord. You're a defensive lineman if I've ever seen one, right? Where are you at here? Let's see. Your tackling, defense. Yeah, his tackling's amazing. So yeah, he's going to be on the edge. Block shedding. Pursuit. Man coverage. Yeah, so he's going to be on the line somewhere. Let's see where he fits best. Right now, there's left tackle. No. Center, no. Left end, right end, defensive tackle. So yeah, defensive tackle. That's your home. My man. Let's go. All right, Robinson here. He is a 75 overall receiver potential. Let's see where else he can fit in at. So they're saying quarterback potentially too. He's a dual threat type guy. He could play quarterback. He's 90 overall. Let me see this. So his catching is 76. His carrying's 80. And his throw power is 80 and 84. I mean, this guy is a legit athlete that can be a multiple things. We're gonna throw him in at, I think, receiver. I think that's more of the need we have, especially with everything we got. Let's look at Rice here. He's 74 overall. Receiver, most likely. Let's see if there's anything on defense he can do for us. He's a better free safety than anything else. Or corner. Let me look at the corner situation here. So... he probably will fit best right now at maybe cornerback. Maybe cornerback for him. So no, he's not a cornerback. Where's the other guy? Rice. There you are. Ran off on me. No, we're gonna put him at free safety. We're gonna put him at free safety. And then here's the last guy. He's not very quick. He's 260 pounds. He may be a linebacker potential type guy. Let's see. Offensive lineman, maybe? Ooh, they're thinking maybe center. Or left or right end. Defensive tackle is his highest. So another D tackle. Let's see here. Let's go to the defense here. See what we need, what we lack. Offensive line, I don't think we need anything right now. No. So let's go to defensive tackle here. Left and right end, we're solid. Defensive tackle, we have juniors, sophomores. We need maybe another. We know we need some linebacker help at some point. Left outside backer, 69 overall is the best we've got. What would he be at that position? He was a left outside backer. 72 overall. I mean, he'd be much better over here at defensive tackle. But let's see the speed. He's slow. Yeah, he's got to be on the line. He's too slow. All right, so we're gonna keep him at tackle. And there's all the athletes, guys. I am very, very pleased with what we just had. That class overall. There's a few busts, but we had overall a very pleasing thing. So let's go to the training results here, and then we'll get into player cuts and all that stuff. So training results. Banking on some big numbers here. Let's see here. Jefferson moved up to 86. Hornsby to 82. The speed went up. Tell me the arm went up for you, KJ. Tell me the arm went through the roof. It did go up a little bit better. Hornsby's arm went up even better as well. So, dang, Hornsby had a really good offseason. That red shirt really worked out well for him. Smith went up to 90. Johnson to 73. Burks to 95. Burks is going to have a huge year this year, y'all. Dude, that's amazing. 85 now for Hunter Henry, or Hudson Henry, excuse me. Okay, some of these guys moved up. What? He's gonna be killer up there on the line for us. Limmer went up a big bit. Coates and Gregory, strong years. Gerald had a huge junior year, so he jumped up 5. You know, we're gonna be a stout little team. I'm telling you right now. I mean, some of these guys. Aiden Henry, Parker. +6 for bumper 95, man. The captain of that defense from Allen, Texas, man. Let's go, baby. Looking at the corners here. Fouché, big year. Catalan, 95 overall sophomore. That's what I'm talking about. You'll love to see it. Holy crap. Okay, we're ready, man. Cut players. Let's see what we got to cut. How many we got to cut? Does it tell me? Okay, we got to cut 5. So none of the quarterbacks are getting cut. We are going to cut this gentleman here. Sorry, Scott. Sorry, you got to go. All right, we'll keep 4 backs just to be safe there. We have a fullback this year, which I'm never used. So, oh, what? Come on, that's fine. Dunbar potentially. This guy's a gem. So we may move him in. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we'll keep everybody at receiver. It's a lot of good tight ends, guys. Holy smokes. Don't want to get rid of any of these guys. Maybe Gatewood. Sorry, right tackle. You're gone. He's a +1. One senior leaving. Let's see what else we have we can drop off. Christensen, he's a +2. We have a lot of defensive tackles. I'm going to let him go. And that's that. Let's move down the list here. Corners, McGrew. I'm sorry, you're the bust. You gone. Need one more out. He's a bust. He's gone. All right, that's 70. We're perfect. We're great. We're grand. We're wonderful. Let's go. Custom conferences. Okay, so now is the time where we got to get ready to build our schedule. And what I'm going to do is pause here for a second and look at the Razorbacks real life schedule for next season and try to build that to the best I can. I can't adjust conference play, but I can adjust the non-conference stuff. So that's what we're going to try to do here. So let's take a look at that, and then I'm not going to mess with adding any teams or anything like that. But yeah, we're going to get ready to build out that schedule and get everything moving here, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've tried to build the Razorbacks 2021-2022 season as best I can to what they're actually doing in real life. So in real life, the Razorbacks are taking on Rice in week 1, then Texas in week 2, then Georgia Southern, and then they have another one against UAPB, but UAPB is not in the game. I can't tweak the conference schedule at all, so I had to kind of work around it and do what I could. So to make it work, I have to do Texas in week 1. That's in Fayetteville. I got Rice there for week 2. I was not able to get Georgia Southern at all, so instead I found Coastal Carolina. We're going to do that game instead, and then that's it for all the non-conference stuff. I can't do any more. That's the max schedule what we can do. The conference schedule, as you can see, we have Vandy, we have Missouri, so there's the rivalry game. They don't have it as a rivalry game in this for some reason. Don't know why that's the case, but yeah, it's kind of weird that way. We have A&M. That's a rivalry game. That's at A&M. We have, again, Coastal Carolina, South Carolina. We get to see that matchup again. Home against Bama, home against Ole Miss, home against Auburn, and then at Mississippi State and at LSU again. We get to play at LSU, which kind of sucks. We're doing that again. So, yeah, pretty good schedule. It's an A. It's an A strength of schedule overall. Hopefully, you know, that big test to start with week 1, Texas versus Arkansas, that's going to be a huge one. I hope y'all are all looking forward to that. So let's get in now. We're going to save the schedule. It's said and done. Let's get in. I'm going to get to the recruiting board, and I'll show you what we got when we're all said and done. So we're starting the season 15th overall. That's the big thing there. We are number 15 to start the regular season here. I mean, I'm not saying it's disrespectful. I think that's probably a fair number based off the roster we have built. And hopefully we can get it quickly into the top 10 or top 5 very soon. So let's get the recruiting board built. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I built out the board. Now, my rule with this is I don't scout. I don't like to scout because that way you know if they're a boom or bust early. I like to be, that's kind of the surprise when you get them. Are they a boom or are they a bust? Or are they just kind of middle of the field? So here's what we're doing. Here's what we got. We got Brian Matthias. Mathis. I said Matthias. Why did I say Matthias? I'm an idiot. Brian Mathis. He's a scrambling QB. We got another scrambler. So the scramblers are wanting to come to Fayetteville now because of the offensive play style we have. So that's fine. Halfbacks is where we're really trying to get some studs here. We have the top guy, period, in recruiting. The number 1 guy out there, speed guy out of the Woodlands, Texas, 84 overall, Matt Kennedy. We are currently on his list at 5th. So we'll see if we can make a stab at him. We have Buckley, Robinson, Weisbecker, and Mays as well. Receivers, there's a couple big receivers here. Rivero, Hines, Smith, and Barron. Couple big tight ends here. 2 5-star one right here. 6'6" out of Pecan Grove, Texas. You got Robert Butler and Jesse Bradford. Both could be stud players for us. We'll see. Let's see who else we got. We got some tackles we're trying to pursue. We got a couple guards we're trying to pursue here. Centers, you need some, you know, we're trying to build a little O-line depth for the future here. Because then we're planning on doing a number of seasons here. So defensive ends, we have a couple outside linebackers that we're trying to grab in here. A lot of these guys are 4 stars and 3 stars. There's a few 5. Tim Jackson be a big 4-star if we can get him out of Elk City, Oklahoma. Jason Hill, free safety. Not a very good one right there. We're probably going to mark a couple of these guys off the list. We will need a new punter at some point, so that's something to keep in mind. But overall, very, very happy with that recruiting board. Let's go ahead now and let's get into redshirting. And I don't want to redshirt too many guys overall, personally speaking. But one guy, I'm hesitant to do this on him, but I think I am going to redshirt Tony Wallace for his freshman season. just because I think this year is going to be between KJ and Hornsby, battling it out. I think KJ is obviously the clear favorite right now, but speed-wise, they're all very similar. Wallace has the best overall speed, acceleration, it kind of varies. Passing numbers-wise, looking at their passing, Wallace has the best total power arm, but Hornsby's the best, most accurate guy. So they're all very, very similar. So with that in mind, I'm going to save this 6'6", 225 freshman for the future. He's the biggest quarterback we got out there by a long shot. I'm gonna redshirt him, and hopefully he doesn't decide to try to transfer off on me, because I do think this season we can get it done with Jefferson and Hornsby. I think we're gonna mix these two a little bit early. I don't know about the Texas game. I think the Texas game we're gonna stick with KJ and see how he does. But that Rice game in week 2, we're probably gonna throw Hornsby in there a little bit, see how he does. Running back, I am not going to sit Brent Johnson. I'm actually, well, I could technically, but I like him. I want to put him in certain formations, and I want him to be able to come in there. He's a bounce back, just like Smith is. I want him to be able to come into the fold and kind of work a little bit at it. So I think I'll get a redshirt Dominic Johnson just to kind of save a year for him, because we have another backup there. Not redshirting any of these top 3 guys, obviously. I am going to redshirt the freshman Robinson and Dunbar. So we have plenty of depth there. Not redshirting any of these gentlemen here. Not even Toll. I'm not even going to waste Toll's years at all, because I'm really leaning. I know Hudson Henry is 85 overall, but I'm really considering putting in Goodwin just because of that speed. I think he's going to be a dynamic threat over the middle of the field, and I think he's going to be a star. Looking at the other areas of the field, not redshirting any of these gentlemen. I will redshirt you, Jordan. Can't redshirt any of y'all. He's already redshirted. Handy is, huh? Just because he can start next year. That's smart. We'll redshirt him. Defensive tackle. That makes sense. We're going to redshirt Minor, and we'll redshirt Schroeder. Okay. Not going to redshirt any of these guys. We'll redshirt Burrell. And I'm going to also redshirt Rice. And that's, I think, all I'm wanting to redshirt here overall. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with what we did there. Depth chart wise and everything, again, I'm going to work with some of this stuff, but it's going to be KJ and Hornsby's show this year. And Smith and Johnson are going to go to work together. They're going to try to be a 1-2 punch for the Razorbacks. Tight ends, again, I am really considering starting Goodwin over Henry at some point. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section for today's video. Let me know what y'all want me to do with Goodwin. Should I give him the start over Henry, or should I just make him a formation sub guy and be kind of mixing time with Henry? Y'all let me know kind of what you'd like to see me do there, because we could figure that out, right? We can figure that out. Looking out at defensive side now, I want to see how we're doing at the linebacker position. Okay, our line's going to be very, very strong. Very, very strong. Our D-line's going to not lose a beat. Oliver, sophomore, he's going to get that chance out there. But Hayden Henry may be a guy I'd throw up in front of him. We'll see. Well, actually, Hayden Henry's our starting middle linebacker, so that's not going to happen. Slusher's behind him. Bumper Pool, 95 overall is going to be starting. We're solid at corner. We're very good in the secondary. So I'm very happy with everything there. Let's look at the kick returning here. Looks like the senior Jackson will be our kick returner. He is quick, but he's not. Interested to see. I mean, we have all these other guys we can throw in there. I'm wondering if there's any other pieces. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if there's any other guys that can do kick return stuff, because if I can throw in a guy like, I mean, I was looking to see if we had that other guy, but I guess I don't see him. Okay, well, never mind. So I'm thinking right now it's gonna probably be Smith, most likely. I think will be the we'll do our returning, and we're gonna see if that can be a really big thing for his game, because he's got good speed and he's got the better acceleration and all. I think he'll be able to cut up field and get it going. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be big for him. All right, so schedule set. Again, we're starting off week 1 there, week 2 there, and everything else, Coastal Carolina. Try to mimic as much as we could to the real life season that the Razorbacks are getting ready to fight for. And hopefully we can retain everything we did back in season 1. Hopefully we can improve on some elements in the passing game, continue to be a dynamic running team, and a team that really fights up front in the defense and causes some chaos with the sacks. That's what I'm hoping to do. So we're going to advance the season there. We have some preseason All-Americans, and oh, lordy mercy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so looking at the preseason polls, let's take a look before we end today's video. Bama is number 1 in the land. USC is 2nd. Clemson, Florida, Oklahoma, Iowa State, Ohio State, Cal, Notre Dame, Indiana, Cincinnati, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, us, South Carolina, Stanford, Michigan, Boston College, Miami, Auburn, Virginia, Virginia Tech, Texas, and Ole Miss. That rounds out your top 25. Overall, looking at the Heisman watch, I better see his name. There he is. KJ Jefferson is currently the leading candidate for the Heisman. The winner from last year, the senior, is still here. He didn't go to the draft, shockingly. Burdell out of Oregon, he is back, trying to repeat, maybe make it twice in a row. And why is Trevor Lawrence still here? Okay. Sure, Trevor Lawrence. Okay, Trevor Lawrence in his senior year. I thought he would have gone off to the draft. I guess he didn't want to leave without making a statement. And that's interesting. Very, very intriguing to see. Do we have any first-team All-Americans? And yes, we do. We have Nichols, Fouché, Catalan, all first-team All-Americans. And Gregory, man, the defense for the Hogs, right? Any second-teamers? Second team? No. Hey, I'll take that, man. We got the defensive guys going. And right now, where are we on the toughest places to play? Where are we? We better be top 10. Oh, we not? 15th. Dadgummit. Okay, we can take it. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's episode. Again, let me know what you're thinking I should do with the quarterback situation between Hornsby and KJ. Let me know what you think I should do with the running back situation between Smith and the 5-star recruit Johnson. And let me know also what you think I should do with Hudson Henry and the 4-star Chris Goodwin, the freshman who we got. That's definitely a good threat. How should we mix these guys in? Let me know down below before I get going to anything else. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning in here today through our off-season video. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay in tune, getting ready for season 2 as the Razorbacks try to lead their way back to another college football playoff situation. And hopefully we'll make it to the SEC championship, but we got to take it a game at a time. We got to work hard at it. But y'all, thanks again. Stay safe and well. Have a blessed day. We'll see you back here in week 1 against the Longhorns in our next episode. Y'all take it easy.